Echo guy?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Nation, we are live right now. Welcome to Mental Health Mondays. I am here with my brother Raider Squid, as always. How you doing, my brother?
Chilling, bro, chilling.
That's what's up. Hey, man, my son seen your mask the other day. Bro, he has to meet you now, bro. Like, he tripped out. He was just like, bro, like his favorite animal is octopus. So like when he sees squid and shit, he's just like, oh my God. Like, he's like, bro, I gotta make that happen this year, sometime in Vegas, bro. It has to happen, brother.
Trying to figure everything out.
How are you doing, man? How are you doing right now, mental health wise, man? Is your spirits up? How you doing right now, brother?
So hold on, I gotta touch on the kid piece. That's honestly my favorite. Like, on top of everything that I do with all this, yeah, cool. But the interaction wise, kids by far are the best, because they love me or they hate me, and there is no in between. And I know that, and that's fine. So I'm careful when I interact with kids. I let them be the ones to make the first move, because I've terrified little kids, and I have stickers and stuff. So I try to be friendly as much as I can, but I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly the most friendly looking thing. It is what I get it. Dude walk around Vegas 100+ degrees with a mask on and a trench coat. Like, what the hell's wrong with him? But so I walk around with kids. But yeah, when you hear, it's nice to hear that about your son. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna make it happen.
He cannot wait to meet you, brother. Hey, real quick, man, give the nation an update on the t-shirts as well. Or if you're still doing them, let me know where everybody can go get one and where they can reach out to you at.
So I am. Where's that at? Nope.
There it goes.
Look, I'm a little slow. Look, I'm gonna figure this out.
Turn it around the other side. Show the back. There we go. There we go. Supporting the fighters, admiring the survivors, honoring the fallen, and never giving. What's it saying about them? Never giving up hope. There we go, brother. Hey, how can people reach out to you, man, to get those? There we go. Suicide prevention. How can anybody reach out to you and get that, brother?
So hit me up on either Instagram or Facebook. Just message me first, because it is a blessing that they are going quick.
Yeah. So
I do have a little tracking system. Unfortunately, I underestimated 2XL, so I'm sold out of those.
It's all good.
But yeah, they are $25. Unless you're in Washington, I'll drop them off. $25. All the proceeds go towards the suicide prevention hotline. So that line, the number that's posted.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick, for those who just came in the chat right now, who deal with depression, PTSD, anxiety, we always do this every other week. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline is on the bottom, 800-273-8255. If you ever need to talk to someone, look, they're available 24/7, or you can reach out to Raider Squid or Graphic 916 on IG. Anytime, man, if you're going through some shit, reach out to us, reach out to your brethren. If you don't want to reach out to a stranger, we are here. We will talk you up off that ledge, because I have people in the nation that I reach out to do the same thing for me. You know what I mean? So never be ashamed to feel any type of way. If you're going through some shit, reach out to the people within the nation, man. And we always respond, and we always try to give as much best information as possible as we can, because we both been there. We both go there. We both live there sometimes. Understand that, we deal with this as this is a 24/7 situation. Depression, it hates no one. It loves everyone. So just understand that, man. Everybody, shout to the chat. Hey, Jonathan, I sent you an invite, brother. If you would love to come on the show, I sent it to you, DM'd you on IG. If you want to come on with me and Squid right now, face to face and talk, and just tell us your story, I would love to do that. Just look inside your IG, brother. If you're not ready for that, don't worry about it. Just put your questions in the comment section, and we're gonna get to them. Blazing Roots says this show is a true blessing. We appreciate you, brother. You are a true blessing for coming up and showing out and always supporting the channel, brother. We love you, man. For real. Doing okay. Just tiresome day. Deadly. I feel like that today too, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope tomorrow, man, just relax, man. It's one of them days. The day after July 4th. a lot going on. People that deal with the anxiety and mental health, this is a lot going on. It gets a lot of us kind of just down and out. I stayed in the bed all day yesterday. I mean,
I didn't do anything.
It didn't help that I had a hangover, I'm gonna be honest. But I sat in the bed all day. And like you said, bro, you chilled too, right?
I didn't do a damn thing. It was just one of those. I didn't feel like it, and I'm good with it. Was it yesterday? It was Saturday. I know I had soccer on all day like that, but
that's what it is.
It comes in waves. So randomly, the picture I posted today was actually, so we had a nice little meetup a few weeks back with the booster clubs, Black Hole in particular, but every booster club up here in the left corner. And I saw that sign walking. We were crossing the train track, and they had the hotline posted, and that shit punched me in the gut. Like, it was cool to see. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love seeing it there.
Yeah,
but it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people have passed.
It's crazy, bro. When was the last time you dealt with an episode, bro? Has it been a while? What you got going on?
It is so random for me. It really is random things that just trigger. Like, a lot of it for me is my pops and just things that remind me of him. Or like, I mean, I know Father's Day passed recently. All that was just a few weeks ago, but it comes and goes. I don't have a set, like, whatever. I'm so used to it now that I'm like, all right, cool. I'm jumping on this roller coaster. Let's go for a little ride real quick.
Yeah.
Music to me is my unwinding. I'm in my final week of school. Thank God this is over. Don't take
that'll do it.
I'm over here in a theology class. I am, no offense to anybody that's religious. If that's your thing, I'm not religious anymore. So taking a class on religion, I was not ready for. So, like,
that'll do it right there, bro.
I'm
spiritual myself. You know, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. So, but I don't frown upon anybody. Whatever you believe in, more power to you. I'm a firm believer that there is a God. I'm a firm believer that energy is big for me. You know, so that's really what I'm on right now, man. Let me see. Shout out to Jackie. Shit, I finally got my card back $1,000 later, but weight lifted. Proud of you, Queen. I also sent you the invite on IG as well. If you want to join, if you have some time, come on in and talk to your brothers. Shout out to Jonathan. I really appreciate the invite, Docs. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for the love, but I don't feel ready yet to share my story on here. I'm still dealing with some physical insecurities. It's all love, brother. Whenever you're ready to go, it's all love. And if you need to get built up, just hit me up on the DM and let's talk. And I'll continue to help build you up, brother. For real. It's all love.
Let me know if you need a phone call or something to talk to. Like, that's my I'm honestly completely insecure with myself a lot of times. And this forces me out of my bubble. Yeah. Like, I can be a very people person, but this puts me out there. This doesn't really, I mean, don't get me wrong, there is a mask to hide behind, but to an extent, when I'm out in public and I'm doing the whole Raider Squid thing, it is something that's out of the norm for me. It is out of my comfort zone.
But you know what, though? I realized, Squid, you know what I realized, bro? Having you on this show about 3 or 4 weeks now, in the middle of this show, you take it off every time.
Oh, yeah, I get hot.
Well, look, I know it gets hot, but that still shows that you kind of getting a little more comfortable. Take it off, boom, you lit, you get to talking, and it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, brother, look, man, we all love each other regardless of creed, race, physical appearance. We don't give a shit about none of that, man. As long as you just a solid solid person, man, that puts your best foot forward every day, bro, I can rock with you heavy, man. That's all that matters to me, brother. You know what I'm saying? For real. Shout out to my brother Watts, man, in the channel, man. It says, shout out to all the Raider Nation staying strong. My brother Watts, I got to get you on the live soon this week, man. I got to get back on it, brother. I got to get you in an open night on there, brother. I would love to do another show with y'all. Shout out to Hector. He said, what up, bro? Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, King. Thank you for tuning in. We know that this show is not meant for everybody. Everybody's not ready to come here. And there's a lot of people that even frown upon this. They think that this is a sign of weakness. I don't really give a shit. I don't care about that. We do this for the people that deal with what we deal with, and that's that. Support, no judgment. Exactly, right away. Exactly what it is. Jerry said the same thing. There you go. Danny Garcia, appreciate you, brother. Thanks for this, docs. The struggle is real. Danny, if you ever ready to come on and talk to your brothers, man, and just tell us what you got going on as well, come talk to us, man, because this is what this show is here for, man. This is what it's here for, man. To talk.
And honestly, I like hearing other people's stories because it's kind of the reminder that everybody's dealing with it in some form or another. So, and to each their own. Like everybody's got a story to tell, whether it's mental health related or not. Whether you live a normal, good lifestyle or whatever you want to call it. It's just I love hearing people's stories in general. I like knowing their upbringings and what got them to where they are, where they're going, what inspires them. Like, and it doesn't just have to be mental health related. Like a lot of my story is that. A lot of my story is, dealing with death. But
yes,
I know the stories of people that aren't involved with that, and that's absolutely. I want to hear that too.
I want to hear everything, man. I want to hear everything.
Hell yeah.
I know I spoke with OG Daniel too, man. I'm going to get his wife on here soon. She has a hell of a story that I can't wait to hear. I can't wait for the nation to hear. Bass, I just sent you the invite, brother. If you want to come on, bro, come on in and come talk, man. We would love to have you come in and talk. And that's Bass.
Spouses too. A lot of them are going through some shit. Like, I don't want to call people's spouses out, but I've talked to quite a few that have been through hell and back with domestic abuse and stuff like that, and that's a whole nother fuck. You want to talk about a serious subject and something to get deep down, and for them to open up to me just a little bit, for me to have their trust, just to let me hear a little bit of their story, I fucking love it. Like, I don't know, it's just something special to me.
No, I love it, brother. I love it, man. And I'm happy that we have this platform in order to be able to bring people out, man, and get them out their comfort zone, man, because that's what it's all about. But let me ask you real quick, bro. We talk every few weeks. Well, we talk all the. I mean, we're in constant communication. You pull up on the lives, and we do what we do. And I don't want to sound like we're just being robotic and saying the same shit. But I know you have a story, man. Give the nation a few pointers, man, as a late when you're dealing with some shit, man. And I'll do the same thing because I went through a long stretch, probably about a month and a half, where it was really, really bad. And I'm finally getting back to normal. My normal may not be most people's normal. It's just more where I can deal with it. You know what I mean? And more I'm like, okay, I'm cool. And my mind's not just all over the place all damn day. What are some things? I know you talked about working out. Is there any other things that you've been looking into recently? Because I know you delve into mental health a lot. Is there any new tools you've learned? Is there anything else that you can give the nation that they can run with?
Honestly, for me, a lot of it is just reading and educating myself. I've been blessed to work with a lot of amazing people, and one of them was my past mentor. And so I literally sat down and I heard his podcast and I took notes on what he had to say to better educate myself, just because of the amount of respect that I have for this man. Like, literally.
What podcast is this?
It's on some military shit, so it's like a military link that I'd have to dig into. But so my old boss, I'd have to try to find it and see if I could share it. But just hearing other leaders, like past military leaders, and what they got to say about it, so that helps a little bit. The educating piece, honestly, to me, it's keeping myself busy. Yeah, and that looks different for everybody. At the core of who I am or what I do is always remembering where I came from, and that'll always be my fucking guiding light.
Yep.
Like always, what I turn to is, fuck, this sucks. Well, my boy ain't here, my pops ain't here, my best friend isn't here. Like, suck it the fuck up. Let's cry this out a little bit. Let's be mad. Let's get frustrated. Cool.
Yeah.
Let it hurt, and then pick myself up and keep going because I got no choice. I mean, I do have a choice, but
yeah, no, for sure. I just sent the invite to Joker too. I'm gonna see if Joker got a few minutes to pull up and talk. Shout to OG. He said my wife goes through her stuff and I have her back. And when I go through mine, she has mine. That's real love right there, brother. And not everybody has that outlet. You know what I mean? So for you to have her, that's a blessing, brother. That's a blessing, brother. So count your blessings every day and just know, man, look, life is rough, bro. This shit is tough, man. Some of us just make this shit look good. Like, for real. Some of us just make this struggle look real good, bro. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
And I'm part with that whole having a spouse or a significant other of note, absolutely, you know your partner, unload as much as you can, but remember that they're not your counselor.
Yes.
And that was a hard lesson for me. And I really had to put myself into her shoes and realize that not so much now, but in the past, like when I went through fucking my best friend passing away overseas, my dad in the same month, like my life, fucking, I got my shit kicked in for 2 months and I wasn't doing shit.
Yeah.
And I was unloading on her and thinking about the wear and tear that was putting on her.
And,
so
and
I'm
you know
not
what's
saying
crazy?
to not.
You know what's crazy, Squid? That I learned, and my bad, brother. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
The thing I learned this past 2 weeks is, and which I've been good at. I used to not be good at it at all. Don't make your trauma into someone else's. Do not make your trauma become someone else's. You just it only makes things worse, man. You have to know, when it's a good time to speak on it, when it's a good time not to, because you're not the only one dealing with shit. We all deal with shit, and some people soak in and take other people's shit in. I'm one of them people. If you bring all your problems to me at all times, I shell up and I kind of hide, and because it makes my trauma worse. And so we have to find a perfect blend, a perfect middle ground where we can meet and say, look, let's talk about this. Let me put my shit on the table. You put your shit on the table, but let's not make each other's trauma become each other's, because it makes shit worse. It really does.
Be ready to get some trauma back. If you're dishing out problem A or whatever, that problem A might trigger their problem B, and you're gonna get a little bit of that go back and forth piece. Yeah, so just be ready for that. And like you said, like I'm with you on that. I will talk about it. Like I know myself enough. I've been doing this for a little bit now. I know when I'm fucking going through a rough time. So
yeah,
what's going on, bro? How you doing?
Bass, what's up, my brother?
What's up, Squid? What's up, Docs?
What's up?
What's good with you? What's on your mind, King?
I'm doing good.
What's up, man? I know you said you were dealing with a little
first
something.
When I was younger, I dealt with a lot of depression because I lost a lot of family. I lost, my grandfather, my grandmother, who raised me when I was a baby, and she died from breast cancer. Mm-hmm. And then I lost, like, once I was growing up, everyone I grew up with, like all my uncles and aunts, died every time I grew up. So, I mean, it takes a toll on you because it's like family members you're used to seeing, you don't see them anymore. And it's like, damn. And I think that's when it's like it all hit me at once. And then going to a new school as well, not knowing anyone and losing all your friends, that takes a toll on you. And especially as a young kid, as a young, teen, not knowing how to deal with it, because my family, I come from a Mexican family, and my dad, he doesn't like showing his emotions. He doesn't like expressing, if he's sad, if he's, he expresses that he's mad, but he doesn't really truly express his feelings. And, he raised me and my brothers that, you don't cry, a real man doesn't cry and all that. Yeah. And then sometimes that could, destroy you, because then one of these times where you do cry, it could be, a volcano of emotions, because it's like you've been suppressing those emotions. Exactly. And you have to learn to, like, it's okay to cry, because I feel like that's true strength, not holding it in.
Definitely. That's to me, that's the pinnacle of strength. If you can go sit outside and put some music on and just let it all out, to me, that shows. Look, man, a real man's gonna shed some tears, brother. It's just the generation before us, they didn't do that. They look at mental health, and a lot of people do back, back then, look at mental health as an excuse, because there was no label for it. You know what I mean? When they were younger, so they just look at it like it's just toughen up and quit crying. But they don't understand that, there's so much. I think we spoke about this on one of the lives before, where there's so many expectations now with the internet, with just everything. Everyone's trying to outdo everyone. And a lot of people are dealing with a lot of different shit. And for you, like you said, you dealt with your grandmother passing away from breast cancer. Like my grandmother raised me too, bro. She had lung and brain cancer and died at a young age. And after that, I just didn't give a shit anymore, because that was my mom and my dad. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel you. And I always tell everybody, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to overpower anybody, but I've lost over 100 people in my life. That shit is tough. It makes me feel like, what am I here for sometimes? Because you know what I mean? I just know it's going to happen. It's inevitable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And But you know, I'm blessed when I found my wife and my kids that I found a purpose. You know, music helped me out a lot, brother. Like music helps me out more than anything. When I'm going through some shit, I can throw on some real shit, sit in the car, sitting in my man cave, and just vibe, let it all out, and I'm back to cool, back to square one. What have you done thus far, bro? Bass, if you don't mind me asking, brother, what are a few things you've done to try to help yourself, you know what I'm saying, with getting away from the depression and dealing with the anxieties of losing people?
Definitely just get into like a lot of sports like boxing, definitely, you know, get into like art and reading. That's definitely something I like doing, like making music as well. And also like getting help, like counseling and, you know, therapy as well, you know, because I also like understand like as a kid, you know, growing up and becoming an adult, you have to understand that you have to take time for yourself as well, making sure that you're mentally okay.
Yes.
And, you know, like if you need to find help and get help, honestly, get it, man, because it makes a world of a difference. You might not think it does, but it does, you know, to listen to like other people's viewpoints. You know, I think a lot of people take that stigma of like they don't want to get help, they don't want to be like a baby, but it's like sometimes you need help because you don't truly understand like how to deal with it, you know, and other people can help you.
No,
And
most
that's one thing
definitely.
I don't think we touch on a lot is I never remember years. I get it. It's not something you want to start too early, but we don't touch about it or talk about it in school. The mental health isn't something you hear. I didn't hear about it till I was an adult. I may have heard about it. My boy passed away, but it isn't something we instill in our kids or something that is necessarily passed down. So I think shows like this to me go a long way with help breaking that stigma. I'm right there with you, bro, on that same mentality. Not so much for my parents, but in general, the generational fucking mindset of crying makes you weak, or that whole machismo bullshit. Like to an extent, I don't want to downplay the fact that we do need to build up our resiliency, but we got to learn how to. And it's not something we can just fucking tell somebody, "Oh, go be mental tough." Well, what the fuck does that mean? It means having these things, having these platforms, these avenues to build yourself up. So when you're going through something, you know how to pull up and figure things out. Looking at my notes from my boss, so he says, toughness is the ability to deal with the hardship. Resiliency is the ability to recover quickly from something. And I think building right there is a lot of what we're trying to, like the whole like break the stigma or the break the stigma piece. It's that. It's how do we get towards normalizing that? Normalizing having these conversations. If I can bring it up every other show, I fucking hate the word suicide. But if you ask me how my dad passed away, I'm gonna tell you he passed away from a suicide. Because it makes it's an uncomfortable word for a lot of people. Still is to me. But I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. Like,
but that's dope. Like, bro, like to for you to put that kind of power on that word because of the shit you dealt with. Like, I hate the word suicide. A few weeks ago, my son was playing Roblox, and he's only about to be 8 years old. And somebody typed in suicide. It was a young kid typed in the game, and my son was like, suicide. And I told him, I said, you know, don't talk like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have a conversation with, I'm having a conversation with them later on so they know what that means. But I wanted them to understand, like, don't use that word loosely, because I've lost a brother to suicide. I've lost one of my best friends to suicide. You know what I mean? Like, I've lost probably 3 or 4 people in my life to suicide. So that's a very tough thing to talk about in general, period, man. Like, and it's happening more and more and more every day. It feels like even in the nation, I'm on Facebook, I'm on IG, everyone's posting something every day. I wish you would have reached out to me, man. I didn't know you were going through something. It's every day. It's every single day. And I feel like if we all play a part, even people who don't deal with it, get involved, because we need the energy. We need the energy. We need to understand that it's okay to be who we are. Everybody's not perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? And I love that there's other people that I know. My wife, she doesn't deal with mental health, but she loves talking to me about mine because she wants to know where it is. Like where does this? She knows stems from. She knows where it stems from. She knows all that. You know what I'm saying? But she also wants to get into the mind of me and understand, you know, is there anything I can do in order to get you out of this? And just hold me, rub my back, let me know everything's gonna be okay, and eventually I'm gonna snap out of it. You know what I mean? It takes time. It takes time, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. That's talking about their stories. I'm sorry I'm not reading everyone because you know this is kind of a touchy subject. But shout out to OG. I grew up in that old society. I know the stigma is hard to get around. Shout out to my brother Raiders Scout as well. He said, I needed this today, Docs. I appreciate you, brother. I know I sent the invite. You said you weren't up for it today. I totally understand, my brother. But you're here with us, and that's all that matters. Raider Way says, sorry for your last squid. This is why we need to communicate. Shout out to my brother Raider Way.
There's so much power in just being there.
Yeah.
And I may not understand your story. If you, again, we talk about it with like kids or whatever. I've had friends, unfortunately, that lost their kids. I'm not going to understand. I'm not the type of person to sit here and say that I will, because I don't. But I sure as fucking shut up and listen. I sure as fucking be a positive influencer just to simply be there. So with your wife being there or just being that support system, it's just the power. To me, I'm a big believer in power positivity. Huge believer in that mindset.
Sure. I've seen people lose their kids. I've seen people in my family lose their kids. And that type of shit, bro, I think about mine every day. It comes into my head every day when I look at my babies. Like what can I do in order to just prevent that as much as possible? I know we all have an expiration date, but like that shit stays in my head daily because I'm like, I could not picture myself dealing with something like that. And I know life is fucking crazy. Anything can happen. But I want any father, any mother wants their kids to outlive them. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, please outlive me. Outlive me by a long stretch. You know what I mean? So when you do go, I'm not here anymore. You know what I mean? Like, because I couldn't understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I talked about this before, but you know, my first relationship, a girl I was with for 8 years, my first love, she passed away. She was killed in a murder-suicide. Her boyfriend killed her, shot himself.
Really?
And then, you know, her mother looks at me like a son. So to see them every day, they still live in the home. So to see them and I don't understand how they still go through life every day dealing with that loss. It's just it's like, how do you have that kind of power? Like how do you have that strength? Like there are, bruh, we look at these bodybuilders, these football players as strong. Look, man, there's mothers and fathers out here that have strength that's unmatched of the shit they had to deal with. So, you know, it's just crazy, man. And, you know, we live with this type of shit daily, man. These thoughts, they run rampant daily, man. You know what I mean? But Bass, how you been these past few weeks though, brother? Are you good? You still kind of, you in a slump right now, brother? Or what you got going on?
You know, I'm good. You know, every day, you know, is a new day. And I think you have to treat it like every day is a gift. You know, reach out to your family. I think that's the biggest thing is like being comfortable with your family and talking about it. I think that's your like why, you know what I mean? You have an awesome wife and you have a really good support system that can help you out, you know. And I think part of it is also like teaching, you know, our younger generation, like bullying and all that, you know, to like end it, because, you know, in school, bullying is very common. And I feel like we should end it because, you know, we see it every day in social media and stuff and just trolls and stuff. And that could take a toll on someone. Just one bad thing could, you know, affect someone negatively.
Yeah. One thing can end it all. And then
I've seen it happen in the nation. I've when I jumped on and I was new to this shit, unfortunately, I don't know what happened, and I'm not sitting here telling the story, but I know what's happening.
I know what situation you talk about too, brother.
Exactly. And it's, you don't know what's going to push somebody over the edge. Yeah. I'm all for the shooting the shit and talking our shit as we should, but it's to an extent.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about, so I'm part of this ESF, the Elite Superfan group, where it's a bunch of fans from different fan bases that kind of get together and don't have that. We don't talk shit in that group. It's the type of group where like, nah, we're not about that. Look, too old for this shit. Like, I'm gonna get together. It's a sport. I don't get paid for this. We're all of us are spending our money on this. Like, I'm there to have a good time, interact, and like I said, with the whole meeting people, I want to go to Kansas City and have a good time. Just like I would expect fucking Chiefs fans to come to Vegas.
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't know what the fuck it's like. Let's be real. But it's welcome into our home.
Real quick, man. Shot real quick, Squid. Shout out to my sister, Sean. Appreciate you for always pulling up and supporting what I do, family. For those who don't know, she works with me. We are like this. When I mean to tell you, we're both the office managers at our job, and she's here listening to this type of stuff. And we always are each other's like shoulders, you know what I mean, to like cry on at work and even outside of work. Love you, sis. You already know. She says, thank you for all your transparency. I'm looking forward to joining more Mental Health Mondays with you all. Prayers and much love to you all. Thank you, Sean. Love you to death, Queen. You already know. But yeah, now I was listening to you, brother. And the thing that's sad is that situation, like that made me realize, because I just started doing my show when that had happened. And I was sitting back and I'm like, do I want to get involved with this? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be a Raider for the rest of my life regardless. But like, do I have to be involved with the tit for tat shit on the internet and you know what I mean? And all the, you know, the thing with me was I chose to build my own platform and do my own thing. And if you want to judge it, judge it. But I want you to understand that I'm a tough motherfucker. I'll fight back. You know what I mean? So if you want to play those games, we can play those games. Don't not saying I'm looking for a fight, because I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I'm grown. I got fucking, my back ain't working no more. Shit. You know what I mean? Look, I'm not looking for it. I'm not looking for that. But all I'm saying is, man, like, we have to teach everybody that anything that they put on the internet, anything that they text, that shit can go, that can change lives. Just one chat, one text, one tweet, anything. You have to think about anything you do before you put it out there in the universe, because it's real. And like me and Squid was talking about, about our brother that passed away. It's crazy. It's just crazy because he felt like he had nobody to talk to. He felt like if one person was against him in the nation, I guess everybody was against him, or it was just that powerful. Those words were that powerful to him. And I
won't do that. Like we talked about this earlier with the a few weeks back with an athlete. I'm just not the type of person. I don't have the time for it. If to each their own. I'm always the first one to say, hey, post what you want. You have freedom of speech, but there's also freedom of reprisal. If I don't like something, there's a very few people that have my fucking phone number. Not to say that I don't give it out. By all means, if you need something, please fucking reach out. But if you say something that's completely against who I am as a man, fuck this Raider shit. Who I am as a person, who Brian Leyva is, have a good one. There is this. People forget this is fucking social media. Hit the unlike button, hit the unfollow, hit the fucking block button, keep it going. Like I don't have. I'm here for everybody. I'm not trying to like those people that I have done that to. If I see them in the stands, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm not judging them one bit. I just don't have the time for it. Like, I know myself enough.
The thing is with the nation, man, we have to realize that this is an outlet. This is an escape. This is an escape. Like, we should not be fighting amongst each other and saying some crazy shit to each other to the point where you want to end your life. At the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we're here for. We're here for to be family, to be brothers, to be sisters. And if any of y'all need some help with anything, I'm here. Like, that's how it should be. And we should be like that in real outside of the Raider Nation too. We should be like
my phone does not go off. My girl knows this. My phone, and not just because of the nation, because where I work, the last thing I want is for any of my guys to feel like they can't call me. Might take me a second to wake up, because fuck, if you call me at 1 o'clock in the morning, call me a few times. But my phone, I'll wake up and I will always, like, that shit does not go off. I'm good with going to work with a few hours of sleep. That's not a big deal. Done it before, do it again. Like, that might be my own struggle. When I think about it, I struggle with sleeping sometimes. It's just something I know about. Once or twice a week, I go to work with 2 to 3 hours of sleep. I call that shit a nap. I took a nap. I didn't sleep well. With adulting and whatever.
You're doing your work. You're doing the work that you should be doing. At the end of the day, brother, like, look, so a lot of us, you know, I use a lot of time over here, in which I love it, that I can be doing what other things as well. You know what I mean? I invest a lot of time into my family. I invest a lot of time into it. But
as you should.
Yes, for sure. But I literally can say this, and this is no shade to no one else. that does Raider podcasts or YouTube, I'm the most accessible. You can reach out to me. I'm not going to be just keeping you on red and not talking. If you hit me with a problem, let's try to come up with a solution. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not one of them people that acts like I'm too good for anybody. At the end of the day, man, life is short. I am just like y'all. I am a fan, and I am someone that wants to help anybody with the shield or even anybody who doesn't have the shield. We're human beings before anything, man. And that's the thing that people tend to forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk shit about the Chiefs. We talk shit about the Chargers. We talk shit about the Broncos. We hate them teams. But the individuals, I don't hate them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't hate them.
I'm the first one to fucking I'm gonna have a beer with the fucking Chiefs fan, and I want to hear about fucking, if you're from Kansas City, you're from Denver, I want to hear that story.
Yeah,
I absolutely want to have that.
There you go.
Oh shit,
Jackie.
What up, Jackie?
So Jackie.
Hello.
What's up, Queen? How are you doing today?
Making dinner. I'm better than I have been the last 2 weeks, but definitely getting there.
That's good. That's good. What have you been doing differently these past few weeks in order to get your mental health together?
Yesterday I spent a lot of time in bed, like you said yesterday, but I know 4th of July is big for my son, so I spent most of my day trying to find plans for him to go do something, because I know I wanted to be in bed, but I still wanted him to not have to stay inside because I didn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But just resting and just telling myself that just taking it day by day.
That's good. That's good. How has your son been? Has everything been good with that situation?
Yeah, he's been good. He's getting out a lot more. So he's been, he seems a lot happier. He's been going to friends' houses because of summer, because during the school week, it's hard for him to go and do things with, just my schedule, my work schedule, and his school schedule. So now that I've had a few days off from the holiday weekend, he got to go out a couple times, but
that's good.
He's been getting better.
I only asked you that because I know the last time we spoke, you were saying that like your anxiety sometimes is so bad that you don't even want to leave him. You know what I mean? Some like it's like you're like me. You want to have your eyes on your kids because you just so you know how fucked up this world can be. You know what I mean? And that's good that you're I don't want to say breaking free, but you're allowing him a little bit of freedom and for him to do what he needs to do, because you need that time for yourself as well. Like, for real. You need it more than you
Don't get me wrong. I pull up his phone. When he's at his friend's house, I'm calling him like every 2 hours. Like, are you good? You good? Like, you need anything? Just checking on him. So
every 2 hours is better than every 5 minutes. That's cool. Every 2 hours is better than every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's what's up.
Shout out to the kids. I can't imagine fucking the year that they just went through. Like, yeah, cool for us as adults with COVID, it sucked. But you're telling me it's a fucking kid. My girl's daughter, like my high school years where I'm supposed to be around my friends doing dumb shit. Like, I wasn't the best student. But anyways, I got by out having fun, doing shit, interacting with kids. When you learn to develop those skills and you're told to fucking like, what?
Yeah,
like these kids, this generation,
I'm kind of thankful.
No.
I was just gonna say I'm kind of thankful because he's hitting those teenage years, so I'm not having to worry about the peer pressures that he would if he were to be in school full time. So I feel like he's held on to his innocence a little longer. But I did get him the Xbox Live, so he's on that constantly with his friends, and I hear them until 2:00 in the morning arguing about NBA 2K or whatever. But I feel like he gets some interaction.
Well, that's all that matters. And today we kind of frown upon ourselves as parents because we're like, why do we allow our kids to be on these tablets and all this other shit all the time? But then it's like you really check yourself because you like, it really is bad out there. I'd rather have. Look, there's still great people out here. Don't get me wrong. Like they look, the powers that be want to keep us at bay and keep us afraid of everything. I'm not afraid to take my kids out a little run around the neighborhood, but I know that it's not like it was when we were growing up.
Yeah,
it's not what it was. And by the time I was my son's age, that they're about to be 8 in 2 weeks. I was already running the streets in my neighborhood for 2 years, 3 years. I was running around 5, 6 years old, barefooted in South Sacramento, just running around crazy. So, but I also know what can come with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes I look at my sons and I'm like, man, I want to just let them roam free a little bit more. But I'm like, I can't trust it. I can't trust anybody outside my doors. I just can't. I can't. Mm-hmm. And that's shit, and that's what sits heavy on my brain, where my anxiety just continues to just kick. Because it's like, I want to be the best father. And everybody always tells me, and that's a blessing to, like, everybody always tells that knows me, like, you're one of the best fathers we know. And I'm like, I feel it, but I want to be better. I always want to be better at everything I do. And I just want my sons to be more involved. But the days we're living in right now, shit is crazy, man. It really is.
Yeah.
It's crazy as shit. Let me see. Hold on real quick. I met one of my best friends on the game. That's good that he can communicate through gaming. That's dope. Fupa Man said he met one of his best friends through the game. That's dope. Shout out to Leon, my brother, man. He said, I feel you, bro. I have 1 son, 3 girls. So I know you deal with it, brother. I know, but look, my daughter's about to be 20 in September. I think about her every day. I don't know what the hell going on because she's grown. She got a boyfriend, apartment. I don't know what the hell going on. But I know that all I can do is put it in God's hands. Go ahead. You good, Jackie?
Oh, I was going to say, my sister, she went to Virginia to help my brother because he had twins. And then she ended up coming back and living with me. And she just turned 18. So it's kind of hard to differentiate between my sister, who's like 18 years younger than me, and, somebody who's grown, because I'm still like, what time are you going to be here? What are you doing? What's going on? And she's like, well, I'm 18. But to me, it's still like, yeah, you're my sister and we want to have the fun part. But, I'm also old enough to be your mom. So I still have that view of, you need to check in. I still need to know what's going on and what your plan is.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Scout
he
says,
stresses me out.
Hold on. Scout said last year was horrible for high schoolers. Gaming helped me stay in contact with them, but it definitely ruined some things with going to college. Add on top of that, of a miscarriage, everything got fucked for me. Scout, brother, you already know we always keep you in our prayers, brother. There's never anything I can say that's good out of a miscarriage. I just know that you're young, brother, and that may have been another, look, you're on your way to college, bro. You're on your way to college. Not a lot of people in their life can say they went to Appalachian State. Now, don't get me wrong. A life is way more precious than a college. You know what I mean? Going to college. But you are afforded an opportunity that a lot of people have never had. Yeah. I never stepped foot on a college campus. Now, a junior college, just to give me a few free checks so I can get up out of there. I've done that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've never been able to go to a big college like Appalachian. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so everything happens for a reason, brother. I don't think that, like I said, nothing comes out of a miscarriage great, but just know, brother, that God got you, man, or whoever you believe in got you. And you're gonna kill it at Appalachian State, brother. And I feel that Raider Scout is gonna be the next big Raider reporter, and he's gonna kill the game.
He's gonna work for the Raiders for sure. He's another guy that gets a lot of hate as well, and I don't understand it. I mean, he cares about
anybody that does great things. Bass is gonna get hate. It is what it is.
Yeah.
If you see some of the comments I get, it's insane. But you know what? I suck it up and I only comment to the good ones because I don't give that kind of energy to that type of shit. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, bro, we don't feed the trolls, man. You can't feed the trolls.
Yeah.
I think a lot of what I think about when with shit like this, there's such rough times that have happened. It's kind of corny, but it's going back to that scene in The Lion King where fucking Rafiki hits Simba in the head and then he ducks a second time and it's, I don't have the quote up, but he essentially is telling him, damn, I need to pull up the quote. Fuck, hold on.
Pull it up while I read this one comment real quick.
It's gonna bother.
Mateus says, my depressed friend, 24-year-old female, has told me that it's better for us to stop talking because she thinks she's toxic, and that's why she doesn't want to talk to anyone. She asked me to stop texting her. I don't know the ins and outs about of the relationship, family, but I'm gonna be honest. If someone's telling you they're toxic, listen to them. just listen to them. They may be giving you a free pass to back to just having your mind right, man. Because I've never had someone tell me they're actually toxic. Now that's some scary shit. So leave it alone.
All right. So I'll pull it up real quick. So it's Rafiki smacks Simba and so Simba goes, "Oh, geez, what was that for? It doesn't matter. It's in the past." Simba, yeah, but it still hurts. Yeah, the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a Lion King nerd, and I got that too. Like Lion King, Toy Story, my favorite movies. Like that's just who I am. I'm also a Sandlot. Like I paid a little bit for
Sandlot, bro.
Like
Go.
Yeah, that's awesome movie.
But who doesn't
Random-
like Lion King? Like
random fucking
fire,
dumb shit. Like don't
that's
judge me.
fire, bro.
That's fire.
That's fire.
Like, so I'm a Sandlot nerd. I'm a fucking yeah. So the Lion King quote, the Rafiki thing, it's something I'll go back to. I know everybody's got what drives them, but just that symbology of going back to cool. This shit hurts, and don't get me wrong. There's times that are gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that, like we said, this life shit ain't easy. It fucking sucks. Like, but it's how we deal with the things.
Love this quote right here. Bob Marley, the people who are trying to make this world worse are not taking the day off. Why should I? I love it.
Dang, that's powerful.
I love it. 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 Shout out to one of the ghosts, Bob Marley. Shout out to my brother Jonathan.
Yeah.
I need you, Scout. I mean, is Scout still in the comment section? If you're still in the comment section, bro, let me know. Oh yeah, he just commented. But Squid, I need you to start a YouTube channel, brother, and I need us to something, bro. Like I need you to, or at least are you still doing ones on IG?
So this will be as close to you're gonna get is to fucking just because of work.
Yeah,
I know myself.
Okay.
I know that right now I'm at a slower pace.
I respect it.
And,
I respect it.
I
Hey,
promise
brother.
you already know that fucking mental health Mondays, like it's on my fucking schedule of shit to do.
Yeah,
Like I might have to miss a week due to what we talked about,
yeah.
but other than that, no, like, and I might.
I'm always gonna send you the invite, brother, because I genuinely give a fuck about all three of y'all, and I want to see you all succeed. And
Yeah.
if we can somehow take any stress off of each other's shoulders or brain, I want to be able to at least help in somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? And because you guys help me. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, I only do this, like I said before, every 2 weeks because every week is gonna be too much for me. It's gonna be too much for me.
Exactly.
You know, I can talk Raiders 7 days a week. Talking mental health 7 days a week is gonna literally take my mental health to a whole nother place. And I'm only set up right now for every 2 weeks. Now I may get to a place where I'm like, I can do this every Monday because I'm mentally I'm getting there. But right now it's tough. It's I see you, bro.
But
Go ahead, Bass.
But it's also another thing, like you're human. At the end of the day, you know, you can make videos and all that, but there's a lot of stuff going behind the scenes. Like you have a family, you have your job, you have to like focus on other things that are important. Like YouTube's important as well, but like your kids are like more important than like a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And you know, like you have to like prioritize, you know, what's like really important, you know. YouTube will always be here, but like your family and your job is like not gonna always be there. So you have to make sure you take care of them first, you know?
And I fucking love seeing the shit that you do with your kids, like, and just in general, like with anybody just doing things with their family. And like, of course, it's that son pops thing that like fucking hits me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love it. I love seeing in general people doing stuff like going out, hanging out with their family, spending time with their kids. Like,
You know
I want to see you go out and fucking succeed. Like, it's dope as fuck to me. I'm everybody's fucking biggest cheerleader. Like, go ahead, go on. I love when I see my friends posting they graduated or fucking Scout was going to college. Like,
so
fuck
dope.
yeah, go do your shit. Like,
Exactly.
For somebody like me that grew up without a dad, my father-in-law just surprised me, man. He came out here, I think Friday. He just left yesterday morning. He didn't tell me he's flying out here. I knew my mother-in-law and my grandmother-in-law was flying, but he told everybody not to tell me. So when he came out here, you know, this is my pops is busy, man. He owns his own business, security business. He's Kevin Hart's bodyguard. He's always out with him all the time, everywhere. And he came out here and spent 4 or 5 days, like literally like it was 4 days. And me and him literally spent every second of that time together. And I had told him, I'm like, you know what's so crazy, man? I've been around you for 10 plus years, and you know, he always tells me, I'm your dad. I'm your dad. Like, don't worry about all the shit. I'm your dad. But like the conversations that we had, it just really truly made me realize like all the shit that I'm doing now with my kids, because even he told me, he said, I've never seen a better dad than you. And he said, for you to go through the shit that you went through to be where you are now with your kids. And I told him, I said, you played a pivotal part in this shit because you let me know what a dad looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you let me know what a dad looks like. In my head, I was just being the dad that I was creating every day because I didn't know how the fuck to be a father. You know what I mean? Because I've never had one. You know what I'm saying? And it was so cool, man, to sit with him and vibe with him and pick his brain, cigar bar, you know, have a couple, you know, cups of whiskey and talk some grown man shit. And this weekend, it made me realize, man, like all the shit I've been through in my life, I'm still blessed, man. Still blessed. I may go through some shit in my head where a lot of people don't, but I know that I'm always going to live to see another day in regards to my mental health because it's tough, but I know I'm strong enough to not let this shit succumb. And this is no shade to anybody else that's had someone, because like I said, I lost my brother to this shit. I lost my best friend to this shit. But I feel like I feel like mentally I go through so much, but I feel like I've been down this road. I can keep trucking. I don't know. Shit can change a month from now. I may feel overpowered, like I can't deal with this shit no more. But I know that. Go ahead, brother.
Being real, that's something that fucking scares the fuck out of me. And it's not something, it's probably the first time I openly talk about the fact that, I've read going back and I've done some homework on statistics and people that have dealt with suicide and how likely they are. And I want to say that your chances do increase.
Yeah.
And that scares the fuck out of me, that what if after all I'm doing, I succumb to one?
Yeah.
And I won't ever make that guarantee because I don't fucking know. And that scares the shit out of me. But it's something.
Have those thoughts, bro, to have those thoughts is some scary shit. But you know what's so crazy? You probably like me, brother. You probably had it as much as me in your life, where it's like it's so normal to think about it that it's like, damn, like it's just another time thinking about this shit. Like,
and I tell myself, like, I'm like, shut the fuck up, you're stupid, keep it going. Like, you're not doing this shit. You put too much work into it. But to say that fucking I haven't had that thought in the past between when my pops passed and I got the fuck over it. Don't get me wrong, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't have that thought. And like, it's fucking scary. And then again, going to this whole, you don't know what somebody's going through. We talk about it over and over again. People that fucking the richest people to the poorest people. Fucking, to me, the one that hit me was Chester Benning from Lincoln Park. I remember being on deployment and hearing about him passing. Granted, you saw the signs, but still, like, it's just one of those people that, like, to me, triggered. Same thing with what was it, Anthony Bourdain?
Yeah.
Living, like, on the outside, you look at him and you think, this man living the dream. Like, to me, as a fucking foodie, you got paid to travel the world and eat and engage in different cultures and eat. And that man, like, he eats random shit. Like, R.I.P. David Bourdain, that dude was a fucking legend. Yeah. But you don't know what he's going through.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we all give signs every day. All of us. All three of us right now give signs every day. And it's I seen a comment down here earlier that said, like, just surround yourself around positive. I think it was Watts that said, like, just try to keep as many positive people around you as you can, because I'm gonna be honest, bro. We talk about anxiety, we talk about depression. That's showing signs. Period. Point blank. It is what it is. We live with those signs every day. I mean, I'm a walking sign when it comes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, my wife has seen me to the point where I've had anxiety attacks, had to go to the hospital. Had to go speak to a psychiatrist about my past, about just hellish shit. You know what I mean? Like, dealing with all the shit I've dealt with. But I've came a long way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and it's been a lot easier, especially when we do these type of shows, man. Because
real quick, Seth, how do you deal with it, bro? I know it's been me and Graf. How do you cope?
That stuff, I think part of it is just like working out. I think that's one of those things that like frees my mind.
Huge.
That's the biggest thing. And then like reading as well, to like escape your mind as well.
What do you read? Just out of curiosity, do you have a genre or?
This book. from
Okay.
Ed Ozone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I read like sports books and just like other books like just about like owning businesses and stuff, and like just learning about that, and then just gaming and all that, and just hanging out with my family.
That's good, brother.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you have a really good head on your shoulders. You may have dealt with some shit, but it sounds like you're coping with it great. Just know you already know this. I don't have to tell you, but you got a home over here, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you.
If you ever hit me up and say, Graf, I need to come on the show tonight, even if it's not about this, just say I need it for my mental health. I'm gonna pull you up on the show and you're gonna come talk some Raiders with us. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
So, let me see. My life started. Go ahead, brother.
No, so that's one piece I'm starting to get back into, and now that school's finishing up, and reading for fun, because fuck reading for school, that's a whole different reading. That's just reading to get a grade. Like, I'm sorry, but the reading books that you want to read, for me, there's the Raider books, but there's a lot of like military history that I like. I had a mentor tell me, in order to be a leader, you have to read. So if you're not reading, you're not a true leader. And that shit hit. Like, damn, this man, someone I respect a lot, is telling me in his own words, I'm not a true leader. So I got to open up these books and read, because nothing that happens in the future hasn't happened in the past. So learning what, to me, our greatest generations have been through. And it doesn't just speak on the whole it's obviously a little bit Navy books, but there is leadership books in there. And there's a lot of developing yourself, which a little bit of part of is how do I build myself up? How do I build my guys up? Like, I realized that my whole purpose at work is to help people get to where I'm going, so they can fill my shoes, so I can try to move on to greater things.
But always help yourself first, so you can do that. You know what I mean?
And I'm at that point, and I know that, like, but realizing that, and there is quite a few people that I know I was fucking trash. Like, I'm the first to admit, like, I was learning and I was trash. Like, it is what it is. I was a bad fucking leader. Like, and I know that, but I learned from that. And I think then we had conversations, and I apologize. Like, it is, I'm a man. I'm gonna admit to my mistakes, but they fucking challenged me and they pushed me, and I'm grateful for them every fucking day. They changed my leadership style. They changed who I am.
OG, let me tell you this real quick. This is the best answer I have for you. He said, I'm desperate to have these talks with my daughters. I don't know how. I was raised in the old school. Well, guess what? They weren't. So I think it's gonna be easier than you think.
Yeah.
I think that they're prepared to talk about this shit with you. They already know that this new age, the mental health, this shit is real. I think it's gonna be easier for them than it is for you. Just bring it up. Talk to them. Just say, hey, is there anything ever going on in your mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the situation? And I guarantee they're gonna open up to you, man. These days, it's easier to talk about this shit than it was when we were growing up. You know what I mean? So good luck.
Be ready for that talk, OG, though, because that talk can be uncomfortable when you face it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you coming out and saying that's amazing, but be ready to feel uncomfortable. Because when I have younger generation settlers, and we always fucking say that this damn new generation, the damn new generation that, be ready for that talk, because it's uncomfortable. It can be. I'm not going to say it's going to be, but there's a good chance that it is going to be. Like, damn.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, damn, son. Come here. Come here. Say hi real quick.
Hold on. Let me put on the mask. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. No. Jaden, come here. Come here real quick. I got to show.
Come on, baby.
Come here, bro. Jay, come here. Remember you said you wanted to meet Squid? Come here. Come here. Come here. Look.
Where you at?
You ready to meet him in person? We're going to go to Vegas and go see him, okay? All right? He knows a lot of people on here, so he got nervous. Okay?
But I don't know you.
I love it. I'm almost done with
That was impeccable rushing.
Yeah, it is. Good job, buddy. I'll see you guys in a second. Shout out to Raider Ruckus. Real quick, my brother.
Cheers to you.
My fault, man. I did not mean to exclude my happiness. I just seen this now. He said, yo, Docs, my sister died the other day. I'm hurting, fam. My brother, I am praying for you. Everybody in the nation, man, put them prayer hands up for Raider Ruckus. If you need to talk, King, you hit me up on IG. It's never easy to lose a sibling, especially a sister. That shit is tough. If you ever need to talk, brother, at Graphic 916, hit me on IG in the DM, brother. Hit Raider Squid, hit Bass up, whoever you want to hit up, you're most comfortable. Hit all of us up, shit. You know what I mean? But my prayers are with you and your family, King. Like, I hate to hear shit like that, bro. I really, really do, man. Fuck, man. I'm gonna say a prayer for you tonight. I'm gonna have my wife say one for you as well. And my brother is very, very, he's a very God-fearing man. I'm gonna call him tonight and tell him to say a prayer for you and your family as well, brother. Shout out to the nation, man. They always show up, and that's what I love it, man. Shout out to the chat gang, man. Before we get out of here, Squid, is there some words of encouragement for the nation, man?
No, I'm just know we're always here. Like I said, I'll look forward to this because it brings awareness to something that little by little I'm hearing more and more about it, and I fucking love it. And it's something that you have to know yourself. You have to know how comfortable you are talking about it. With everything I've been through, I talk about this shit every day if I have to. Like I'm good with it. So everybody that's out there, if you guys need somebody, please reach out to me. I'm not hard to find. Fucking Raider _ Squid on IG, Raider Squid on Facebook. Like message me, call me if you need me. Fucking I'm in the left corner for now. We'll see. I'm up to move, so we'll see where they send me next. But if you guys need anybody, I'm here.
Real quick, Squid, do you have your account hooked up to the Facebook Messenger? Because I can send that for that shirt. I can send that money for that shirt tonight. I want to get that shirt tonight.
Yeah, I do have it. If you so hold on.
When I get off of here, I'm gonna send it to you.
So I'm gonna do the last like plug. If you're in, I'm gonna get the shit right one day. The shirt, break the stigma, and then the so they're $25. PayPal or Facebook Pay. Apparently, it's the same thing. If you have Facebook Pay, it'll go straight to my. All the proceeds are going to the hotline. Like I said, I've used the hotline for thankfully not for myself, but to help others. So big advocate of them.
Go grab one of them, y'all. Go support a great cause. And if you guys everybody in the chat, if y'all ever want to talk, just come on live and tell us our story. Do not hesitate to hit us up. If you hit up Squid, you hit up Bass, you hit up anybody, you hit up me, Jackie, you hit any of us and say, hey, I want to come on the Mental Health Monday. They'll let me know. We'll bring you on because we want more people. Mm-hmm. Look, man, the more you tell your story, the more you're going to live, man. I'm telling you now. The more your story comes out and the more you feel comfortable telling it, the more your lifespan goes up. I'm telling you now.
It gets a little easier.
It does.
Just a little bit. I'm not going to say that it's not fucking, it still stings a little, but where I was in the beginning, the first time I told my story to where I am now, like it definitely gets a little bit easier talking about what we've been through. And then like I said, I love to shut the fuck up and hearing other people talk. Like I want to hear what people are going through. So
there you go, my brother. And Raider Scout said hit him up anytime as well, man. Bass, man, any last words, my brother?
First off, thank you, Docs, for allowing me to be on the show. I really appreciate it. Shout out Squid, follow him and hit him up or hit any of us up for any, like, if you want to talk or anything. And the biggest thing is just to, like, not give up, keep moving forward, and also share your experiences. Share what, like, to other people, like what, you've been through, and it will help other people out,
Facts. And with that being said, you can't exit out any better than that, man. We are all here to talk to any of you guys. 2 weeks from today, we will be back. I know Squid will be on with me for sure. Bass, if you want to come back on and you're going through some things or you want to talk, you already know what it is, brother. I'm actually working on right now, y'all. I really want to get this, and I've been working behind the scenes. I'm trying to get Darren Waller on to talk. I'm also trying to get Max Crosby to come speak about his sobriety. I'm trying to do some bigger things behind the scenes, and I'm not gonna say because just they're football players. It's not bigger than us. I'm just saying, like, just to get some more eyes on this, because I think that this show deserves more, just more push, because this is what the nation needs to hear. Yeah. I would rather hear more about Darren Waller's struggles with alcohol and shit and deal with drugs and his upbringing than football. I'm sorry, because I'm a human being before anything. I'd rather hear the struggles from Max Crosby, because that's, life isn't just all about the glimmer, the lights, the money. It looks
Yeah.
good, but everybody deals with something, man. Just like Scout brought up Robin Williams, millionaire, one of the funniest people in the world, and he was dealing with something that nobody even knew about. You know what I mean? So I want to bring on other guests and other people. And if you guys, anybody knows anyone that wants to come tell the testimony to this show, we would love to have you on. I love you both, you brothers. I'm going to get that shirt right now, Squid. Right now, brother.
Cool. It'll be in the mail tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I actually know what I'm doing. Click in a minute.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna send that right now. And Bass, thank you for coming on, brother. And
No problem.
everybody in the chat, thank you for your bravery, speaking about your traumas, your struggles, your trials, your tribulations. OG, next next one, I would love to have you and Sis come on. Let's do that. Let's really set it up. In 2 weeks, let's do the Mental Health Monday with OG and his wife, because that's a story that I think the world needs to hear. With that being said, man, I appreciate you guys one more time, my brothers.
Night.
Shout out to the nation, man. You guys have a good night.
You too. Thank you.